Off, we had a call of a shooting that happened about 2:33 this afternoon outside a house in the 900 block of North Prairie Avenue. The initial report came in that there were 3 different people that were shot. We had 2 women and 1 man. All 3 of those people were taken to the hospital. We haven't had an update on those injuries, so I can't tell you anything more than they were taken to the hospital by ambulance. I would assume there's probably life-threatening injuries, but like I said, we haven't had an update yet. So after that, detectives have been doing a lot of work. The officers have been checking around, talking to people. We did have some surveillance from the area that helped get a suspect or get a description of a suspect. And then as officers were, again, checking the area, we had another officer that found the suspect that was right around 3:30 p.m., or I'm sorry, the person that we believe was involved. This person was wearing the same clothes that matched the surveillance that we saw in the neighborhood. That person was taken to law enforcement center, and we're obviously continuing the investigation. So at this point, we believe we have the person that was involved with this. We don't have any charges, no arrests at this point because the investigation is still ongoing.
People were in the house involved in the shooting, and were there children in there as well?
Yeah, I don't have details of how many people were in the house yet. That's one of the things we're still working on. Obviously, well, I didn't say this before. The shooting took place inside the house. It wasn't outside, and I don't know exactly how many people were inside the house.
Do you have the age ranges of those injured?
No, I don't have age ranges for anybody involved.
But you do say you have someone at the law enforcement center match the description of who you talked about earlier?
Yeah, it's a person that we believe was connected with this. The surveillance, and it was at a home. The surveillance images really helped to pinpoint down what that person was wearing, and that was one of the key things. And so as officers were just checking the neighborhood, we had an officer that came across this person, and that was in the area of 2nd and Duluth. I don't have a specific address or 100 block more than that.
So at this point, you believe one and only person involved, maybe?
Everything's leading to that we just had one person that was involved with this outside of the victim. So we don't have any other indications that there were any more people that were involved.
And you don't know the condition of the victims still at this point?
Yeah, I don't have an update on the condition of the victims. I know that they were taken to the hospital right away. I don't have anything further than that.
And you said there was surveillance video. Is that from the house itself that happened?
The surveillance video came from a house in the neighborhood.
I'm sorry, it's a little loud. When you got the suspect, was he in another home or was he outside?
I believe the suspect was outside when he was found. And where that area where he was found, I don't know if he had any connection to that or not.
Did officers bring any canines to help with the investigation?
There was a canine that was brought in, and that's, I would say, fairly standard. One of the canines have several purposes. One of those purposes is tracking, and so I don't know if that aided in finding the suspect or finding the person or not.
Do you know about how many officers and what crews were here helping with the investigation?
I can't give you a count on the number of officers. There was a lot, and the response time was very fast. Once the call came out about the shooting, we had a lot of officers that were in this area in a very short amount of time. So outside of the patrol officers and detectives, we had a canine that was involved, and then I don't know if they put up the aircraft or not, but we had our unmanned aircraft team out as well.
At one point, the intersection of Prairie and First was blocked all the way down to Minnesota. Is that still the case?
I believe everything's open now. The reason it was blocked off to the east is because that was the direction that the person, after they committed the crime, ran. So I think that was probably more precautionary than anything, but also to preserve evidence. And at this point, I believe most of the area has opened up. There's still a lot of work to do. Obviously, we don't have any arrests or any charges at this point, but we believe we have the person that was involved. The detectives will be working on the house and most likely do a search warrant and collect any evidence that may be left inside. So they're going to be here for quite some time. But the main thing is we believe we have the person that was involved with this, so we don't have any danger to the public.
Any preliminary indication on how many shots were fired?
No, we don't have. That'll be one of the things that when they process the inside of the house, that they'll be trying to look for different things, shell casings, if there's any bullet holes, any other pieces of evidence. So at this point, We don't have any indication on the number of shots that were fired. The other big key component is going to be talking to the victims, which obviously we haven't had a chance to do yet.
Weapon found with the suspect?
I'm sorry?
Weapon found with the suspect?
I don't have details what the suspect or what the person had with them.
Have you had contact with this home before? Do you know?
Off the top of my head, I don't know if we've had calls to this house.
Is there any reason to believe there's any concern for the public's safety?
No, I don't think there's any danger to believe, or any reason for the public to believe that there's any danger. Like I said, we believe we have the person that's responsible for this. We don't have any arrests or charges yet because we have a lot of investigating to do, but we think we have everybody accounted for.
Where did you guys find it? When you guys first pulled up, were there kids and people around in the middle of the afternoon? Can you compare that?
Yeah, that I don't know. The shooting took place inside the house. I don't know what it was like outside. I don't know if there were a lot of people or neighbors or kids that were outside. I don't have details on that.
Did you get a lot of calls from neighbors to report it?
I don't know how many calls came in. I know there was, I think, at least 2 of them, but I don't know the exact number.
What was it that you guys found the possible suspect?
The person that we believe is involved was found near 2nd and Duluth.
Do you know if there was any drugs or substances involved?
It's too early to say that. You know, that's always a possibility, especially when you have violent crimes, that there may be drugs that are involved. But at this point, it's way too early to say if there was any connection with this shooting to any type of drug activity.
How did the call come in? Was it somebody nearby or somebody within the home?
That I don't know. I don't have that information. I have a guess, but I don't want to speculate on that. I'd have to do some checking to find out.
Sam, can you go over again how you were able to track down the suspect?
It was just officers checking the area. It's one of the things, we try to set up a perimeter, and the officers were checking, and as I was kind of going around, I did see some officers talking to people that were outside. That's another thing. You talk to somebody and, hey, did you see somebody running past, somebody that matched this description or, certain clothing? So I don't know what led them to that area near 2nd and Duluth, but I just chalk it up as police work. That's what police do, is going to these locations, trying to find people, searching the areas, and in this case we were able to find a person that we believe was involved. Anything else?
Will there be a press release at all? Or
I don't know if there'll be a press release or not. There may be, but we'll have to wait and see.
if not, do you think there'll be more information tomorrow morning?
I would imagine if we don't have a press release tonight that we'll probably have more details at briefing tomorrow. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.